Guys, and welcome to the channel. In today's special episode we're going to be doing a review on the Hcalory TB Max. Now this unit is called the Toolbox MAX or the TB Max. It's an 8 kilowatt cabin heater or space heater, and it runs off diesel. Now let me give you some information. In today's video I'm going to basically talk about what the features are, whether it'll suit our application for the camper, how much it is, whether you can save some money, and ultimately is it any good. Now we're going to do the first fire up on camera just to see what it's like in the real world. We have been told that it's going to take quite a long time to prime and there could be some smoke on the initial startup, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to do a few additional startups afterwards just to see how it performs moving forwards. These guys sent me this because I requested it. I said I'd test it. There's no money exchanging hands, so I don't know if it's any good. We're going to find out. I really hope it is good because it fits perfectly in our application. So basically it runs off diesel. It's a diesel fired heater that is encapsulated in this box. So it's got a 7.5 litre diesel tank inside it, and the nice thing about this one is, because I've done some research and looked at previous models, the fuel sat at the top, which made it really top heavy. They've fitted that to the side now, which makes a big difference. We've got 240 volt and also 12 volt to run this, which is perfect. It comes with a little remote control, which is handy, and it comes with a control panel that you can mount inside your vehicle, and I think it has an extension cable as well to run that off, which is great. The only thing I don't like is how the wires are exposed at the bottom there, so I'd have to tidy those up if it was mine, which it is, so I'll be tidying that up, but that is a great little function. So that would work really well in our application as well. But what we need to do is see if it works. Now it needs priming, so the initial startup is going to be very smoky, but I'm going to do it all on camera so you guys can see exactly what happens. After it's got up to temperature and everything, we'll let it run, see how clean it runs, see how loud it is, and then we'll look at some of the features as well. Now I will show you this in a second. It's got a sight glass on the side here, so you can see, hopefully, how full it is. Yeah, that's going up now. Now they say on its lowest setting this will run for around 60 hours on a full tank of juice, which is pretty much a week of camping, having it on at night. So we've actually assembled it really as it would be in or around the vehicle. So we've got the exhaust here, and I did think actually I'm going to wrap this with motorcycle exhaust wrap just to make sure it stays cooler than it would without it. It actually should quieten it down a little bit as well. We've got our exhaust hot air out, which is on an extended supplied pipe, which is quite nice, and you've got a quite nice looking little cover there that goes inside the vehicle. Should we read the instructions to prime it? So there is an app as well, you can run this off, so probably don't even need the control panel, do you? Press and hold the on button for 25 seconds to turn on the device. Press and hold for 25 seconds. Right, so it's showing. Right, it is blowing, but it's not warm yet. So I'm getting air out. Right, we've got the pump going now. That is literally the first time I've switched it on, and it is working. Hey?
That's it.
It's alright, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that, I mean...
You wouldn't want any warmer than that going in your cab. That is going to fill it up.
It's going to get things close to quite quick.
Yeah. So we'll let this run probably for about half an hour, and then we'll do another startup and see how long it takes to start up second time round. Does it smell?
Out.
Doesn't, does it at all?
It's like it's just like a hairdryer.
Yeah. That's really good.
It's nice.
Yeah.
I get one for the house.
And that's on setting 4. Shall I crank it up? Because it looks like it's going all right.
Get hot, like.
Ow, yeah, that is hot. Well, it's not. That would burn you if you grabbed it.
Well, that's hotter than that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
What'd you do that for? You just saw me do it.
You
just saw me do it, and then you did it yourself.
You did it, and I just felt like I wanted to be in with you in class. Can I do it again?
I can hold it for longer than you can. Ready? Go. Yeah, that is bloody hot. The ultimate position for this is in the vehicle, which I know is possibly a bit dangerous in theory because it's a combustible heat source. It's got safety protocols in it which will cut it off if it gets too hot, if it's leaking, if the CO2 level rises too much, it'll shut down, which is great. Yeah, CO sensors actually on this little remote. But the thing about putting it in a vehicle is this is super hot, and that is going to melt, set fire to anything basically that's not metal. So if you're going to have it in a vehicle, which we might, it's just a case of how can we safely get it installed and have that exhaust port out of the vehicle without causing a problem. That's what we're really going to be testing today. That is a really nice temperature. Now this isn't that hot, which is good.
The thing's not hot either.
No, the unit.
Yeah.
No heat coming off there. It's never going to need to be on full, ever. The size of that vehicle, it's only ever going to need to be on setting 1, which means we are going to get 60 hours worth of heat out of that full tank, which is brilliant. Because the least amount of times you have to fill it, especially if it's in the vehicle, you don't want to be spilling diesel in the vehicle. Right, shall we turn it off and then go for a restart? Right, it's on cool down and it's still cranking out hot air, so I suppose that's something to consider when you want to turn. You don't want to turn it off when you're too hot because it's still going to pump out hot air. So even that is just a nice heat. It's not even, look, that would just take the edge off.
That's using nothing now.
Yeah, that is literally just the fan blowing through that cyclone unit. Right, we're going to go for a restart. So just press and hold. There, yep, it's on. Let's see if it actually works. It's showing 5, which is what I had it set at. Let's go down to 1. That is just all you need, really. Now, I think it says a lot about this unit, the fact that I can do the demonstration quite clearly with it running. I'm not having to speak over it or anything. That little muffler does make a difference, and I think once we have the pipe wrapped, it's going to reduce the sound even more. But don't forget, all this is going to be outside the vehicle. I am super impressed. I didn't honestly... So, when I got sent this, my first thought was, it's going to be an absolute pain. It won't start up. I'm going to have to fiddle around with it and everything, and it's just going to be a nightmare. But, literally, I press one button, and it's off. Now, there's a couple of features here worth mentioning that are really important, especially for our application, and yours probably as well. This is fully waterproof, so it's got a rubber seal around this control panel here. So that is all sealed, and the whole unit is waterproof. Not only that, it's also resistant to cold, so snow, freezing temperatures, rain, you can have this outside and it's not going to affect the performance, which is a really nice touch. Because, quite frankly, I think I'd prefer to have this outside the vehicle, but if I can conveniently get it inside and plumbed in, then that is what I'm going to do. And I'm thinking it is probably doable because it's so quiet. This unit isn't getting hot whatsoever. This has been running now for about half an hour, and there's nothing warm on this unit apart from the exhaust. So as long as you concentrate on focusing your attention on the heat on that, you should be okay to get it installed. So as I said before, you've got your filler neck there, you've got your fuel all on one side, so that the actual unit is rock steady. I mean, you've got feet here that it comes supplied with little rubber feet that you actually attach to this bracket, or you can use it to actually bolt it down securely, which is what we're going to do. So things that have really surprised me, I guess, is the fact this doesn't get hot, how quiet it is, how efficient it is at getting started and putting heat in straight away. I think it's great as well because I wasn't aware, but it actually will run on a 12 volt system, which is perfect because I'd rather run it off our 12 volt power pack than the mains. It's probably going to draw quite a lot of power off the power pack. I think about 200 watts just to get it fired up, and then I think it drops to about 20 watts just on constant running. So let's have a little go on this. So we can turn it off with our remote. So that's now off. It tells me it's off when I can hear it winding down. So this is still fanning out warm air, which is lovely. It's worth mentioning as well, if you are going to be traveling in higher climates, as in like altitude, this has got an altitude sensor in it, and it will automatically adjust the air and fuel ratio for the altitude. I think it's up to 5,000 meters. So that is impressive as well. And it's, like I say, it's got all those safety shutdown features. So if it registers high CO emissions, if it registers heat in the wrong place, it's going to shut down. So I think what we're going to do in another video is once we've got all the doors and the windows in the camper, we'll switch this on and see how long it takes to get up to a temperature that we're happy with. We'll do it when the weather gets a bit colder, sort of near Christmas. We'll do another video and we'll show just how it performs, you know, in situ in the vehicle and after we've had a little play with it. It's been on cool down now for about 5.5 minutes. It's not running anymore, and that is virtually cold, that pipe. So again, that is a really good point. That's not going to run hot for long, unless it's obviously running, but, you know, that's quite surprising. So we've got two possibilities. Now bearing in mind, this is half full of fuel and it doesn't weigh that much. The idea is that we're going to hard mount it right in the corner there, have our vent, our input air vent located at the back, the exhaust will go out the side, and we'll already have the hot air going straight into the vehicle. If we decide that's not safe enough after we've done some testing, the idea is that we've got the drop down shelf and we'll be able to just pull that out of the vehicle and drop it on the shelf and it'll run. So there's a few options there for us, and that's why I think this in particular suits our application perfectly. And at the end of the day, I think it would suit any van as well. Now, I'm kind of worried that you guys are going to think this is a paid promotion, and it is absolutely not. I can't think of anything negative to say about this unit yet. Now, we haven't had a long-term test on it, which is what we're going to do. And as I said before, we'll do another video once it's in the vehicle to show how it performs, how quickly we can actually fill that space with warmth, and how it works ongoing. So as I said before, I can't say anything bad about this unit, but I can say one really good thing about this unit, and that is the price. So on Amazon, which is where you buy this from in the UK and on the American market, you'd be paying in the UK $259.99. That is an absolute bargain. But on top of that, obviously, we've got a discount code, which will give you another 15% off. So if you go onto Amazon, add it to your basket, go to checkout, scroll down, go to the discount code voucher spot, enter your code, activate it, and you'll end up saving yourself £39 in the UK. Now, there is a link for US customers as well, so you can get yours at a discount as well, and I can't recommend it enough. Now, I am going to reserve final judgment until we get it installed in the vehicle and we try it on a long-term test, but I'm happy to do that because I'm so impressed. We will do another video soon and you'll get an idea of just how good it is. But whatever you're trying to heat, whether it's your garage, you've got an office out in your garden, you've got a shed, or you've got yourself a camper or a van or a motorhome, this is a really good solution. You just have to make it work for your own application. So I hope you enjoyed the review, and like I say, this is just a little bonus video to keep you going until Friday when we get some more panels on the 130 and start looking at the rooftop tent hopefully. But for now, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.